Hi and welcome to Add More Zest. My name's Rebecca, also known as 4Kids at 147, and it's time to kit up for June Waffle. So this is going to be a bit more epic than I normally kit up at once, but I'm kitting up 3 of the Paint Gem mini sets. So they're miniature paintings. They either have 10 or 12 mini paintings in them, and I need enough for 30 days. I'm going to do 1 painting per day, and I'm going to mix up which one I do. So it's not like I can pause and kit up the next one. I want all 3 done at once. I was going to use 60 bottle cases with the little bottles in, but these paintings don't have too many of each colour, and the cases that I was using that I could put the paintings underneath with these little 4 connected containers has been more than ample for the amount I need. But I only have 2 of them because I gave my niece 1. So what I've decided to do is use the 28 containers. So I've got a double one and a single one. But then because they either have 29, 30, 31 colours, around 30, some are a little bit more, some are a little bit less, I'm just going to add a single little strip of each with them. And just do it that way, because everything's going to be staying in here, so I can keep the things together for each sort of set of paintings easy enough. And it's a lot more manageable to have these 2 smaller cases than some huge ones. So the 3 sets that I have chosen, well, this is the first set that I have chosen. So the first set I'm going to kit up, because I am going to do the kitting up one at a time, is the Space Edition. And I'm so glad these all come in baggies, because this will make life so much easier. So it's the Space Edition, and this one has 29 colours. So I will only need to use 1 little extra, but we've got 29 colours for the Space Edition. And these are the paintings as well, which I also need to cut up. So the first thing I need is my trimmer, my paper trimmer, for 2 things. One, I'm going to use this to chop up the paintings because it gives a little bit straighter edge than myself using scissors, though you can use scissors. So let's see, can I get, no, I was going to see if I could get the long edge in to see if I could sort of cut or shorten how many cuts I need to make, but that's not going to work. So we may as well just cut them in 2s because it's the same amount of slices. So I'm cutting down, there's a very pale grey line on the actual paintings to show where the division is. So I'm just cutting down those, and they've still got their clear covers on. So make sure it's straight. Let's get these cut up first, and then they can sit to one side. And I'll probably shuffle them all, or get one of the kids maybe to shuffle them all when I've kit up all 3 sets, so that they all come out in a random order, and that will be the order I'll do them, starting from the top of the pile. Okay, so that's the paintings cut down to a manageable size. And then I want to cut down these numbers, so I'm getting close as I can to the numbers, bearing in mind that some of them are 4 digits long. And then I also want to cut down and keep the symbols, because that's what my painting will tell me I need. And then I also want the images of the paintings themselves so that I can label up my tubs so I know which set of diamonds I'll be working from on each day. So I also want that. And the rest can go. So this, I think I'll just do them in each individual set. It's going to be so much easier than trying to do them all together. I'll just confuse myself. And then I'm going to use my Xyron sticker maker to turn this paper inventory sheet into stickers. Now it is going in at a slight angle, so rather than it, because it starts to run off the paper, I'm going to cut it in half. Sometimes it just gets hold and starts pulling through the sticker on a funny angle, and I want them to all be sticky. So if I peel that back, there are my stickers. Oh, and this one's got an M and then it's got an AB. I don't know why it's done it in that order. I'm going to kit them up in ABC and then 1 to 5 at the end. So let's start with the double one. And I want to stick this on the side to say that this half of the container is for these, and I'm just going to use, this is some scrapbooking adhesive, so it's very similar to the small dots that are put on the stickers. They're just a little bit bigger. It is a removable adhesive as well, so when I peel this off I can get rid of the little dots, but double-sided tape will do the same sort of thing. Just stick it to the front of the box. Right, sorry, I ended up going for a little bit then to sort the dog, and it's been ages. So if I repeat anything, I apologise, but it's been a few hours since I last put the camera on. But I've got my sticker sheet telling me which kit is going in this half of the box. So I need to cut up my little sticker that I've made using the full inventory sheet, and I'm just going to cut that into individual ones, just double checking that they're all pretty much in order, which they are. And I can't even remember if I've used this storage box or if I did when I last did. Oh, this is going to be fun. Okay, so when I've gone to stick this on the box, it is too long. So I'm going to have to create it like that instead. The sticker is too long to go all the way across. So with the next bit, what I might do is I might cut it down first before cutting it across. And if that's going to be the case, it's going to be the case for all of them. So the next one, the next full kit that I kit up, is that 966? That doesn't seem right. That seems like it should be 9. Oh, okay, let me find this. So is it 966 or is it 996? It's 996. I didn't think there was a 966, but there is a 996. So I've just turned that the right way round. I'm going to have bits everywhere. I think, I actually want C next, not, they're out of order. Okay, I think I'm still going to take the full sticker off and cut it, because otherwise I am going to get myself in a right kerfuddle. So Let's hope I've got this the right way around. C being 826 and D being 3755. I'm pretty sure that's the right way around. I may check back on this video just to make sure before I actually start doing the paintings, or I might just wait and read the comments because you guys will tell me. And I haven't marked all of my little containers yet with a Sharpie either to tell me which side is the hinges, so I have to keep checking. I did a tips and tricks video on marking the hinges to help it be a little bit easier for you to know that you've got hold of the containers the right way round. Okay, E, F. But I've not actually got round to doing it on all my containers. And I should do really, because it is extremely helpful. So F. I have a feeling this is going to be a long process for each of my kits. Part of me doesn't know whether to do it off camera, but then I know you guys like the whole process as well, so let's just keep at it for now. F, G, H. And might have been easier to write out stickers at this rate, but the pretty colours make it nicer. So we have got some 310 in this one. Makes me tempted actually. Let's mix it up. So these have been put in. Are they in DMC order? No, they're not. Okay. So I'm going to sticker up a row. Oh, we've got static. I'm going to sticker up a row and then I'm going to put diamonds in for a row. Or at least I'm going to try. Because it looks like I've got static. Which is only a trait of the nicer diamonds, static. But it's still a pain to deal with. So it might be that I need to get out my little squares of dryer sheets to help the process along a little bit. So yeah, this is going to be a longer video, so stay tuned. I'm going to get out my dryer sheets and I think I'm going to get out a tray to kit up on, which hopefully will pick up some of these rogue diamonds that do decide to go everywhere. And let's get that one that's stuck behind the label. I also need my bin or tissue box because I already feel like I've got too many bits all over the place. Okay, dryer sheets. Let's start with some of those. Oh look, I've already, oh they're a bit big for this pot. You don't need a lot of a dryer sheet quite often for it to work. You just need a bit. Okay, so 996. Oh, and my big tray. My big tray to try and catch some of the potentially flying diamonds, though when they do jump quite a bit due to static, sometimes they jump everywhere, like they jump in the desk, off the desk. This is gonna be long. I'm getting there. see how they behave when they come off this tray. Are you going to behave? No, you're just going to stick to my finger. Okay, I've got another thing that may help with the static, which I am going to give a go on the next one. I've got one stuck to the outside of the container and not the inside. Okay, 826. Let's have a look at this now. Let's pop a piece of dryer sheet in. 826. Have we got static? We do. So I've just breathed into the bag in the hope that, no, it's not working. In the hope that the sort of warm air from breathing into the bag would help with the static, but it's not. So let's get them out of this plastic. If I can. Let's try and get them out of here. And there's another one. Oh, it's gone on the desk. And then let's see if rubbing the tray and the diamonds helps at all with that big piece. Oh, I've got some. They're all stuck around this pot. Okay, did that help? That's helped a little bit. That's definitely helped with some of them. I wouldn't say it's helped with all of them, but it's helped with some. This is where we test a few different options for diamonds that have static issues. I've just spotted another pale one. Okay, 3755. So let's pop a little bit of dryer sheet in. What I also want to try, is that too big? That is too big. Is, so for the next one, which is 3755, I'm going to pop a dryer sheet into the bag, and then I'm going to move all the diamonds about in the bag and see if I don't end up tipping them out because I didn't close it up, if I can't get rid of the static while they're in the bag. So let's see if that's helped. The dryer sheet's now in the way. That's helped with some. Has it just not reached the rest? Because this could be a long process if I need to do it twice. But it could be less messy. Especially when they all shoot out the bag the wrong side. Okay. So 825. We've got static again for definite. If I didn't like these kits so much, I'd have a problem with this static. But I love these kits. So I'm just going to deal with the static. Let's bring my tray back. I don't know if it would have been better if they were in individual bags rather than in one big bag or not. That one seemed to have fared a lot better. There is still a couple that are sticking in the bag, but nowhere near as many as before, and they've definitely not jumped about as much as before. So maybe we'll just do the dryer sheet in the bag prior to tipping them out and see if we can get that to work. So 336. Oh, 939, there's loads of them. I'm going to have more 939 than I can fit in the pot. Let's see how 336 fares. So I've screwed up the dryer sheet so it's caught all the diamonds in it. Still a lot of static, but there is a lot of diamonds in this one. So let's get, yeah, 336 is also one that is going to be, I'm going to have some left. So I'll pop that dryer sheet that I've just managed to screw up in there as extras for this one. And this one is Space Edition. I feel like this is the most fumbled up kitting up that I've done in ages. Okay, Space. So I can just have any extras in one place, just in this bag, for the purposes of the fact that I am kitting this up for a waffle and it will be staying in my craft room. Then I'm just going to do it that way. 939s is another one that I'm going to have too many. It does have a little bit of static in that bag as well, but because there's so many, I don't need them all straight away. So I'm going to pop a dryer sheet in the rest for when I need to top up, so they can calm down on their own time. Okay, 310. Pop a little bit of a dryer sheet in. These are the same. So 310, there is static in these, but I'm not going to be filling up the pot. So there is no point in messing about with the static in these. I can let them sort themselves out on their own time. So I'll cut a bigger section of dryer sheet, and that can go in there, and that can go in with the extras. Okay, H-I, here's I. Let's go for some green. So I'll cut that one there. I think those, I'm trying to, yeah, I think the pots in that double storage box are actually thicker than the pots in this one. Are bigger, so you can actually get more diamonds in, because I'm pretty sure I got every single colour of diamond in and didn't have any extra bags on my other ones, but I could be remembering it wrong. So I, J, K, okay, and then I need L. It's going to be so much easier when I kit up the next ones for the stickers, because I know full well I need to do them in 2 strips. So L. I just need to make sure that I keep them in the right order. So 703. So we've not got as many in this one. Have we got static? Yes, we do. So let's see if I can get all the diamonds to touch the dryer sheets, or at least close to all the diamonds to touch it, so that I can then tip them out of the bag, bar the couple that were hiding in the corners, and get them all out. Well, that is definitely easier than the first way I was doing it. It's not the quickest way. Well, I don't know if there is a quicker way unless there's no static, but it is definitely the best way for getting those out. I think I forgot to put a dryer sheet in there though. So let's shove that in now and try and get the diamonds to sit in the middle of it. I'm going to use that for the bag. Cut up a load. Okay, 701. Dryer sheet. Try and get it to touch as many of the diamonds as I can, so that the diamonds will come out of the bag, hopefully. Don't think I did as well on that one. And while I much prefer getting diamonds in the baggies because it's so much easier than the individual 200 bags, I must say that static drills are a lot easier to deal with static in those, because they tend to sit over the top of these pots and don't give you any extra added problems. Okay, 762. Where's 762? Oh, it's there. It's actually like more of an off-white in this one. So dryer sheet, because these definitely are jumping about. See if I can get them to calm themselves down with the aid of the dryer sheet. So much easier for most of them. Depends how full the bag is as to how well it seems to do, but that's definitely done better. And then just using a damp finger to pick up the rest of them. And these don't cause a problem when I'm actually working on them. I've not had a problem, because there's ones that are still showing signs of static or have a problem with static, tend to just stay in the pot. And the dryer sheet that I have added in there does tend to help them calm down eventually. So by the time it comes to dekitting, doesn't tend to be too bad. But we'll see, because this is going to be a mad dekit as well, and there is quite a few of these still giving hassle. Just makes it so hard to fill up the pots properly, which is what I'm trying to do, but I'm also trying to get the dryer sheet mixed in with the diamonds. And there's still loads of them in this one. Okay, this is getting painful. I think one's just overshot the tray, or I didn't have it in the right place. 12, done. It's a long process. Are you here for the ride? Okay, now I want M. M. Which is 5,200. Little piece of a dryer sheet. Let's see how this one goes. What I might need to do is I might need to just put some dryer sheet in every single baggie and try and get rid of some of this off camera and then just kit up as normal, because I feel like I'm fighting with them a little bit too much. But then I also feel like, well, I'm going to have to do it anyway, whether it be on camera or off camera, so I may as well just get on and do it. Right, my memory card saved, so I took the opportunity to shove the diamonds from the other 3 packs in the freezer. I'm going to see if that helps matters at all. But I am going to continue with this one, because if I sit down on the couch, I don't think I'm going to get back up again. So I thought it might just be better to battle through this one, because I don't even know. I have tried a freezer in the past and it wasn't the best last time I did it. It may well be better this time. Maybe I didn't leave it in long enough. I'm not sure. So let me see if I can get this to cut some sort of straight. Okay, so I've got my 2 sets of symbols now. Now I just need to make sure that I cut them or peel them in the correct order, which should be alright because I think these are now in order. And then, yeah, I'll battle my way through this set, and hopefully the next set will be a lot better. Oh, I cut all the way through that. And I'm going to have to cut all the way through some of these because of the way it went through on the printer. On the sticker maker, sorry, printer. I'm losing all my words because static is a little frustrating. Okay, so what are we on? 318. That should be, no, that's 414. There it is, 318. Let's cut some more bits up for my tubs, and also cut a piece up that I can pop in this bag that will hopefully help. And see if we can't calm some of these diamonds down. I'm not actually sure if all of this one is going to fit in the tub anyway. So it might be that this piece ends up going back in. Let's see how we go. And I forgot to put my tray back underneath. But no, I'm not actually going to get them all in. So we'll put that back in, and that can calm itself down, hopefully, in that bag. Okay, oh. Oh, oh, oh. And this is fun because this one's gone all the way to the end. Come on. There we go. O is 414. Have we got a lot of static in these? Yes, we do. There's not as many diamonds in this, so hopefully this one will be a little bit easier. But I've said it now, should have said it afterwards, because it might have actually helped. A little bit of a dryer sheet in there. Ah, that was better, and the only bit that flew out was a bit that was rubbish anyway. Okay, 3, 1, 7 is next. And this one's going to take a little bit of peeling as well. It might take more sticker paper, but I'm tempted to feed them through separately when I trim up the next one, just so that I've got the space to do all the cuts in one. And definitely try and make life easier for myself, because I'm already having enough static issues with these, but I don't need to make anything any harder. So if the stickers can be easier, then I'm all for it. And I forgot to put my little piece of dryer sheet in. This is going to be a pretty full pot, but I reckon I can get them all in one pot if I can get them all to calm down enough. And at the moment, it's all the jumpy ones that aren't in it. So I'm just picking them up with a damp finger, because that is going to be easier than trying to tip them in, and I'll just end up with them all over my desk anyway. And I'll give them a shuffle about, because that helps the dryer sheet work its way around them. Okay, let's do a full row of stickers. So Q, R, S, and then T. And then get hold. Oh, it's getting a little bit easier. I've got a little bit of the sticker sheet now to be able to get hold of them. Not quite enough to cut through, but not all the way through, so that it stays on one sheet. But at least I've got enough to get the backing off, and hopefully get these stuck down a little bit quicker. It's a good job I'm looking forward to doing these, isn't it? Okay, and then 7, 2, 8. So if you did miss the other day, I did an unboxing of 6 of these mini kits, and I've chosen 3 of them to do for the June waffle, so I can do 1 painting per day, 1 mini painting per day. And they tend to, I think the last sort of few mini kits that I've done, they took about 3/4 of an hour to an hour to do. So it might be that amount of time. It could potentially be a little bit longer because I'm doing them as a whip and chat. So sometimes it takes a little bit more than if I'm just doing them off camera. But it should be, it's something different. Who's to say that these mini kits will be available next year? Be something people are interested in doing next year. So I thought this year's June Waffle is the ideal time to do the mini kits. They're pretty new. I've not seen any other companies doing them yet. Definitely not this small and with this much detail. So I've not seen any other companies doing them. They may take off, and it may be that there are many more companies that do them. It may be that they disappear and nobody does them. So I thought this year's Waffle is the ideal time to do some more of these mini kits because I'm loving them. Oh, it's that one I forgot to put a sheet in. Let's pop that in there so it can calm down for next time. 7, 2, 8. I found a rogue grey drill as well, but I'm not trying to figure out which grey it is because the last kits of these that I've done, I've always had quite a lot of diamonds left over when I've finished. The quantity of the diamonds you get is good, so I'm not trying to find out which one it goes in. I've passed that colour now. I'm going to try and get all these out by flicking the bag. Sometimes helps, sometimes doesn't. And it's got all but 2. So let's see if we can get these last 2 out because then I feel, they both fell in the tray. Like a sense of accomplishment when I get them both in. Oh, these are already done, so nearly there. Nearly there with kit number 1, and I'm so hoping that the freezer will work for the quick de-static of all the rest. UVW, yeah, just checking that the alphabet is still in order because there is the odd one that's been a little bit out of order. The M was right at the top and it's actually not the first letter of the alphabet. And while the DMC, they're not in DMC number order, these. So there is no point in trying to put them in DMC number order when kitting them up when it is just letters and numbers. It's so much easier just to do the letters and numbers. Okay, 300 for the next one. $300, and then we go on to some yellows. 744, and a lot of these bags don't look to have many in them either. Whether that will make the static easier or worse, time will tell. Okay, 783. I can imagine they've got a problem with these when they're packing them up as well, because there was 3 there just sat in the top part of the baggie. Well, this lot actually doesn't seem to be too bad. I'll take a not too bad one. Oh, maybe they were hiding in the corner. Let's have some easy ones now. 783. Then I want 782. You see it's stuck outside of the grip seal bag. So sometimes when I open it, that one's not too bad. It's got static, but I don't think it's too bad with it. Maybe it still needed the dryer sheet in there though. See if I can get the last few by hand. Come on, last one. Oh, it's out. It's done. Get hold of that one. Okay, 300. Give us a nice, no, that's got static. So I'm just trying to use the same piece of dryer sheet until it doesn't do anything for the diamonds. It's a bit crunched up though, so it keeps catching diamonds in it. I normally like to open the bag the other way round, but then again I should just do it that way. I kind of feel like once I've got them all to one side of the bag, I should just stick with getting them out from that side. And then 744. And then I've got one more strip left to do and then a single diamond. Oh, that one actually doesn't seem too bad either. So 744 going in. I tried to flick the corner of the bag to get them to go in the pot and they just all flew completely out of the pot. Right, last full row, and then I've just got one on its own for the space. Ooh. Ended up cutting all the way through. Tried not to cut all the way through with my scissors, but it didn't work so well. There's just not enough of the sticker sheet around the side to be able to do that. And then I'll get my extra one for number 5, because there's 29 in this one, and this is a 28 container. Or 28 on one side and 28 on the other, but I want to be able to put 2 kits in. I'd rather just have these few extras rather than a full extra container, or just putting one in this side and not having any in the others. It's easier to just have an extra pot per painting, because I'll probably just sit it on the top, and therefore it'll just sit on the side in my craft room, ready for each day's whip and waffle, with the extra one just sat with it, and I can reference which sheet I need by looking at this on the front. And then the last one there. And then what I also want to do, so if I just grab some stickers I have here, just small square stickers, I'm just going to put space, because this is the space one, and I'm just going to put that on the end so that I know that these diamonds are for the space painting. Because there'll be nothing worse than if I go to, because otherwise I'll go to pick up one of the extra pots and I may get it muddled up one day, especially if I've, moved about in my craft room, or accidentally put one down in the wrong place while I'm doing the whip and chat, or putting it away following a whip and chat. I don't want to do all of that and accidentally mix them up, especially if I have another number 5 that's also a red but a different colour. I don't want to mix them up. Come on. No, that last diamond doesn't want to come out. So let's pick up these ones. I also can find with the higher quality diamonds, you can find that you have a little bit more, a few more of the diamonds might have bubbles on them, like little tiny bubbles you can see in the top of the diamonds. So I sometimes find that can happen with the better quality diamonds, but they're pretty easy to spot once you've got them in your tray. So if you do end up finding that you get some of them, just bin them, because you'll have loads of extra diamonds left over. I've had loads every single time I've done these. And I have got a link and a discount code in the description box below if you do want any mini kits for yourself. Either some of these designs, which was the first set of designs, or there are some new designs as well that have just launched. Some of them are on pre-order, and hopefully I'll be getting my mitts on some of those soon as well, because I'm really enjoying doing these. And the other 3 sets I've got, I'm going to kit them up as well. Just not today. June Waffle is today's goal, is to get everything prepped and ready. You don't have to do mini paintings to join in with the June Waffle in any way whatsoever. The idea is, the June Waffle is, I will do a video a day throughout the month of June, doing some diamond painting. So for this year, I'm doing the mini paintings. In other years, I've sectioned off a 30 by 40 painting and done a section each day. The idea is that you just do some diamond painting each day. Some people have, in the past, some people have just done a section of a very large painting each day and not necessarily finished it. I know there's somebody, I think this year, that is doing cards, diamond painting cards, or at least I think they're diamond painting ones. They're doing cards, one a day. Some people will do even 2 paintings sometimes, 2 30 by 40 paintings or something similar, because they have a bit more time to diamond paint each day. And then some people only get to manage to do a 30 by 40 due to time constraints. Some people will do a 30 by 40 for the June Waffle, but they'll have another painting on the go that they will do if they want to do more in a day, because some days we have time to do more. So yeah, if they've got time to do more, they will do some of a second painting. So really, it is completely up to you. The idea is just do some. So I'm just going to pop dryer sheets in these. My battery is flashing at me, so I'm going to have to change my battery before I do the next one. But that is, space is done. I've got some extra diamonds because there's a lot of black, grey and dark blue in this one, but I will just fill them up when I need to. I've got all my little paintings of space, which I will get shuffled up with the other ones I'm doing, or at least I'll get somebody in the household to shuffle up. Okay, number 2. So I've already pinched the diamonds for the freezer, which I will go and get. But the second set I'm going to do for the June waffle is the flowers. So these are bigger, but they are a partial. So you just do the flower, not the white background. So I'm going to do the flower set for my second one. So I need to go and get the diamonds because it's got the inventory sheet. And I need to cut these up. And I need to change my battery. Right, I have a cold set of diamonds for this next one. Let's see how this set goes. I hope you're all crossing fingers for me that this is going to work. But first things first, I'm going to cut all of these. The grey line on these is so much paler. I'm trying to make sure that I cut them sort of as straight as I can down that line, and it would help if I could see it. So I'm gonna line it up with my trimmer cutting section. Now for this set of paintings, or for these flowers, they do actually contain 12 paintings rather than 10 because they are a partial. So from what I can tell, looking at like most of the quantity of diamonds that you get in each kit, because that is listed on the website along with the names of the flowers and all sorts of other useful info, is the amount of diamonds that you get for each set tends to be about the same. So that's why some of them you get less paintings and some of them you get more. It tends to be based on the amount of diamonds, or it seems to be roughly. There's probably some other reason, but I've been very happy with the amount of designs that you get in each and the amount of time that each one sort of takes. And these do all flatten out when you've got diamonds on them and they've had chance to actually lie flat. They've been rolled up in the box since I got them. So that's the flowers. I still need this. Get my cold inventory sheet out. So this one has 31 colours in it. So let's start from this side, because then I've got a bigger piece of paper to actually work with. So I want to cut down there, and then in fact I also want to do this in 2 halves. And I could have just cut that with my scissors later, but I want the 2 halves to match the numbers as well, because I'm going to be putting these through my sticker maker as 2 pieces, so I want to make sure that they're the same length. I also want the small image of the said flowers so that I can put it on the box. Okay, let's get rid of that. I do have another little bin down here that I tend to use when packing shop orders, and I'm putting the bigger pieces of paper in that. This desk one is handier for when I'm actually kitting up. Okay, so that's those 2, and I've put those 2 to the side. my trimmer away, and then let's stick this on. Just my little adhesive dot roll. So you can use just double-sided tape or any type of light adhesive. You could just even use some normal sticky tape to do that if needed, just so that you know what's in your storage. So what I'm going to do for this, oh, they're all in, none of them are in alphabetical order. Oh, this is going to be fun, because I do want to put them in alphabetical order. Right, maybe I need to sticker up all of these first off. Now, this is going to use more tape because I'm feeding them through separately, but I'm going for the easy life. And I want it to be easier for me to cut through them. I'm going to leave those two there for the minute because I don't want to get mixed up between the two. Especially if they're the same length, that's when I could end up with all the numbers being not matching what they're supposed to. And then I can cut through this but not cut all the way through, so it keeps it as one sheet. And this is where I'm now going to very much try and get them in alphabet order without messing up my numbers. Let's see how this goes. It could go very well or it could go very bad. But time will tell. So yeah, as I was saying before I went to get diamonds out of the freezer, if you want to join in June Waffle, join in any way you want. I'd say I did one last year, and for last year's I just did a 30 by 40 painting and divided it up into 30 sections and did one per day. Okay, so fourth number down is the letter A. I need to concentrate for a moment. B is the fifth one up for 5. So that's B. C. This is not helping, is it? They're all over the place. C is 2 up from that, or a gap of 2 and then that. Then we have D. D is that one below. Yep. So I just keep checking that my gaps are the same. If I hold them up, where my stickers are missing is the same all the way down. Okay, do we have an E? We do have an E on here. So do we have an F? Yes. So that will be for E. F is the next one down. F, G, and I'm having to do these one at a time because they're not in order. So G is the next one down. G, H is up here, and it's that one. I hope we haven't got any duplicates of letters. G, H, K, I. We've got I, and that's 602. J. J is 600. we've got a K. K is over here, L is over here, M is on here at the top. Okay, so that's M, N, O, P, Q, R, S. So third one in is S, and that is this bottom one. Then we've got T on this one, U on this one, V is on here, V. Then we do have two W's. That always seems to be the letter they do twice. So W, W. Then I want X. Hang on, W, W, X, which was the one in the middle. Sure, I'm making this complicated. Y, which is that one. And then Z. I feel like I've still ended up with too many gaps. Okay, let's get the other stickers on and then I'll find out if I have mucked this up. So now I've got my second set of sticker strips. Let's cut off the bottom of those because there's no point in making those little bits into a sticker. I'm already using more sticker sheet really than I need to. And that one's gone in an angle. Oh, it's all right. It's enough. Okay. Let's see how this one goes. Can't get hold of it. There we go. Tried to straighten this one up as it was coming through, but it's still overhanging a little bit on the end, but it'll be fine. I'm more wondering whether the static has died down in those bags that have been in the freezer or not. This set's probably been in the freezer for about half an hour, probably was, for the part of the, for me to do the rest of the video, from popping them in the freezer and then coming back. I think the filming was about 25 minutes. So 25 minutes to half an hour they've been in the freezer. Let's hope that, okay, those four, and if I take those off, those are the numbers. So let's do it that way. Okay, E. E is one up from the bottom, which is 433. That's that gap filled. J, K. K is the fourth one down. Okay, then we've got L, which is the second one down. Then we've got M, N, which is one up from here. N, O, O, which is 3746. P, I see where I've made the mistake. So P is that one. I put the V too far over. P, Q is 208. And then R is a 550. Then we've got S, and then T is 435. ST, then U, and V should have been further over. So U is 434, and then V needs to move over. And it is beneficial for me to move that over because then I can have the two W's on the same strip, which means I will be able to see them both together, which means I can check I am doing the correct W. Though one of them is a dark brown and the other one is a pale blue. So it'll be easy enough to see on the canvas. And then we've got X, Y, Z, and then actually I wasn't going to move these over, but I need to if I want to be able to put a sticker on that tells me what paintings these are, just like I did on the space one. I'll need that gap. Y, and then Z, and then I'll do, so cut through these, and these are all in a different order as well, but we'll do number 3, which is the top one. Then we'll do 4, which is the middle, just to confuse everything. 4, then 5. See, if I was doing these in the round pots like I was originally doing, until I realised that the cases would probably get too cumbersome to move around a load of big bottle cases when working on mini paintings. If I had have used that, it would have been easier because I could have just stickered them up in the order they were in, one at a time, and then afterwards I could have rearranged them to the right order. So this one is flowers. I think they call it floral. So I can now have the space to put a little sticker that says flowers, so I know which one those are for. Okay, diamonds. Are we being nice or nasty? That is the question. And they've just been put in the freezer in exactly the same way they were. Let me keep hold of that bag in case I need it. 814 is number 6. I don't know if that's helped. No. No. I'm still getting static. Dryer sheet it is. I didn't put one in there. Let's throw one in there. And let's cut off a bigger piece and see if that will help the bag to calm down, or if the fact that they've been sat in the freezer is just making things worse. Who knows? Who knows? I've ditched the big tray, like it's still there, but I find it easier to pick them up with a wet finger off my desk than I do to get them off a tray. The tray is worth it if you're not dealing with static. I find the tray very helpful. But because I am dealing with static, I think the tray is going to cause me more problems than it's going to help. So let's get in what I can. And it's just going to be a tedious video. Because getting the diamonds in is more entertaining when they're full of static. Okay, 498 is the next one. I kind of hoped the freezer would work. And even the first bag that I've done is a bag that has been, you know, hasn't been as squashed by all the others. So I would have thought if the freezer was going to work, it would show in that first bag. Because it had the closest contact with the freezer, with the ice. But nope. So I'm just going to do it the long way. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Oh, I think this might actually have the diamonds in the order that the stickers were. So there may still be some to-in and fro-in, but I'm going to try and do them in some sort of order. Okay. Get out. If it wasn't, yeah, I'm tempted to flipping wet all the diamonds and then drain them, but then I'm just going to have to dry them and they're just going to stick together anyway. And I think that's just going to take me twice as long as it will to just mess about with the static like I am doing now. And really, once they're away from the plastic bag, they do get better. They do get calmer. Try and get as many in the right place as I can. Okay. So the extra one's done. I just need to get all the others done. I need to cut up some more dryer sheets as well. So 3801. Are we going to be nice to me? And you look like you might be a bit nicer, but I still think you're going to give me issues. Yeah. Lulled me into a false sense of security then. But a lot of the other diamonds are trying to cling to the bag. We'll see. Maybe the last set will be the golden one, because that will have been in there for well over an hour by the time I get to it. I've heard people say 10 minutes though. I don't think 10 minutes is going to cut it. I was trying to see if these were, maybe they're not in that order. Okay, they're not in sticker order. Okay, it's now the next day. Things have been busy. So, yeah, I didn't get a chance to finish kitting these up due to partly other things that needed doing and partly tiredness. So I'm now back again, and I am still, because you guys won't have seen as much of a a gap in this. It's more an explanation of why I may not know what I have and haven't said, because I've slept since I was last kitting this up. But yeah, I'm going to continue kitting these up. The other diamonds are actually still in the freezer. So they've had a full 24 hours now to see if they will calm down any. I had to move all of the diamonds, etc., out of the way so that I could get orders ready for dispatch. So that sort of put not a hitch in my stride, but that sort of put a pause on the recording while I made sure that orders get on their way to their respective new homes. And yeah, it just got too late to continue. So the other set of diamonds have been in the freezer for 24 hours now. I've not got them out yet. I have just before I've turned the camera on decided to sort of pre-cut some dryer sheets. I've got a couple of pieces that are bigger to pop into the diamonds like I'm doing now, in the hope of getting rid of some of the static from them, which does seem to be the biggest help actually, is popping that sheet in and trying to get it around the diamonds that are in the bag to get rid of the static before they even come out. I've also cut some small pieces of dryer sheets for popping in the pots, so I can also put those in and try and keep them calming down before I get to use them. And I try and shake them around a little bit just to help. But yeah, let's see if we can get the rest of these kitted up. So I've got oh, there we go. 319. I knew it would be a greenish colour. This doesn't seem as bad, but I don't know whether it's just because there's so many diamonds in this one. But the ones that are suffering from static I won't see until the end. Let's see, I'm not even sure if all these will fit in here. And they won't. So let's pop in that piece of dryer sheet that I've been using. And then I'll get the same bag that they came out of. Try and find where I put the Sharpie after using it yesterday. Did I pop it away? I did, I popped it away. So we're on flowers or floral. Flowers is what I've called them. So let's stick with that. And let's pop 319 in there. Let's see how many others may or may not need a bag. So 433. I don't think this one will. There's not many of these at all. They've definitely got static though. So let's see if I can get rid of this a bit better, because I can actually touch pretty much all of the diamonds to it, or most of them. Let's see if that'll help them come out the bag. I've not found the magic number yet. Magic amount of diamonds that works, because I've got a few here that are staying stuck. So let's just get them out that way. One more. And then we've got 605. So some pink. I'm finding this is definitely the easier way to kit up, is to just find the diamonds rather than getting the diamonds and trying to find the pot that is best for them. I'm finding that's the easier way, because the colour of the symbols on the chart are the same colour as the diamonds. So it helps me eliminate a load of the pots, and it's easier to see the colour of diamond when at a glance than seeing the colour on the symbols at a glance. So if I look at the symbol first, it makes it easier to find them. So I pop in a piece of dryer sheet and I'm just crunching it around all the diamonds, as we're just hitting as many of the diamonds as I can that are in there, just to get rid of the worst of the static if I can, so that I can get most of the diamonds hopefully into the pot, and then just end up fighting with the last few to either get them out of the bag or pick them up off the desk if they've dropped in the wrong place, like that one did. And a couple do stick funny to the side of the pot, but as long as I can get the lid closed, that's a piece of trash. Then hopefully the rest will sort themselves out. Okay, 739, beigey colour. I've definitely got static on this one. I can see it all the way up the side of the bag. So let's get that dryer sheet in there. Get it against the bag and against as many of the diamonds as I can. Hopefully it will calm them down. Oh well, I've got a long kitting up video out of this, even if it's taken me a few days to do. A couple of days to do / a couple of sessions to do. But it'll be worth it when I get to do a painting a day throughout June. Okay, 602. Have we got much with this one? Oh, this one doesn't seem as bad as some of the others. So let's see if I can skip out the dryer sheet and save a little bit of time maybe. I've got a couple that have got it though. I suppose that's what happens when you're dealing with lots of little tiny plastic things in a tiny plastic bag. Okay, 600. So yeah, I know I have mentioned it. I do remember mentioning this in my last discussion, but just to confirm, for anybody that's not done a June waffle or a December advent with me before, I do 2 events a year. I do an event leading up to Christmas, so between the 1st and the 24th of December, called the December Advent. I also do this June waffle, and basically I do a whip and chat a day. Normally on all previous years I have done one painting, so a 30 by 40 painting. It's normally been a 30 by 40 over the course of the 24 or the 30 days, and talk to you guys while I've been doing it. And the main idea behind it and the main reason I do it, it started with an advent, just for people to be able to try and set aside a little bit of time during the day, what we'd call me time or you time. So for you to set aside a little bit of time each day to do your hobby. And that can be 15 minutes if you prefer to work on a smaller painting, smaller sections, or it can sometimes be up to an hour if you want to do a bigger painting or you're working on bigger sections. But the idea is that you do something if you can. A little bit of diamond painting a day for a little bit of me time. And I started with the December Advent. People did ask for one at another time in the year, so we went for June. A couple of reasons we went for June. It is pretty much halfway through the year, though July potentially could have worked, but I think June was slightly better time-wise. And also June is perfect in the fact that there is 30 days in June, which means when you're working on a 30 by 40 painting, you can separate it into 30 sections a lot easier than you could separate it into 31, which definitely made it the better month to do it. Last year I did a 30 by 40 painting, as did many others, and I sectioned it into 30 different sections. So if you're working with double-sided tape, you can just section up the paper that already comes on the top of it into 30 sections. If you're using a clear cover, you could potentially do it with masking tape over the top of your clear cover, or I tended to take the clear cover off and cut some cover paper down to the right size so that I could split it into 30 sections. For this year, I've decided to do something a little bit different. Recently, Paint Gem brought out a load of mini painting sets, which give you a load of paintings that sort of will fit in a 6x4 frame. They're a little bit smaller. The images are a little bit smaller than that, but they'll fit in the frame that will take a standard photograph. If you think a 6x4 used to be the standard photo size, whereas now they tend to go on our phones and stay there. But if you did ever print your photos, they were probably printed in 6x4. And they do quite a few different sets of these paintings. I've already done a few. I've already done some cocktails, some houseplants, and I've done one of their national park collections, and I absolutely loved doing them. I love the concept of this mini painting. They've recently launched some new designs as well. There's dogs, love symbols, zodiac symbols. There's some famous women is one of them. I'm trying to think what else there was. Fruits. I love the fruits one. I love the bright colours in that one. But yeah, there's a few different sets that they have now either released or they're on pre-order, but they are on the website. And I thought it would be so much fun to do one painting a day, a complete painting, albeit a small one. I find it takes me about the same amount of time as it would potentially to do a section of a 30 by 40, but I will have 30 completed paintings by the end of June rather than one completed painting that's larger. And yeah, I thought it would be fun to sort of do it while these mini paintings are available, while they're popular, while I can get hold of them. And Paint Gem were kind enough to send me the diamond painting sets that I didn't have. So I have luckily been able to choose from them. So far I have kitted up a space set in this video, space set, and this I am kitting up now, as you will already know, is the floral set. And then I have one more set that I'm also going to kit up so that I have enough for the full 30 days. And I'm kind of hoping that diamonds in the freezer for longer will work. I guess we'll find out. I'm guessing they're going to be cold by the time I get them out. but you guys will end up seeing. Oh look, I've got a round diamond. I don't need that one. Right, this one has still got quite a bit of static, but this I don't think I'm going to fit all of them in the tub. So let's tip out the ones that are not giving me static problems, and I'll put this dryer sheet in that I've already mangled, and I'll put that one to sit in there for when I need to top it up. Did I put a dryer sheet in? No. I keep forgetting sometimes to put the dryer sheet in. It falls out often when I'm tipping diamonds into the pot, but it's not too bad to pick it up and throw it back in. That one doesn't want to go in at all. I'm trying to get it to go in somewhere near the bottom. Oh, but I haven't got many diamonds for this one, so it's not too much of a problem. We do have static though. Let's see if I can alleviate some of that. By getting the dryer sheet in those diamonds, and hopefully get rid of some of the static. I've got one that's stuck in the top corner. Oh, there we go. So they're all in. Next, 434. That's another low bag. So I'm just pushing a bigger sheet or a bigger piece in. Rummage it around. And then tip them in. So yeah, do make sure you subscribed so that you can join me for my diamond painting a day for the month of June. And feel free to join the Facebook group. There is a link to the Facebook group in the description below so that you can ask to join the Facebook group. Do check, read the rules and agree to the rules if you want to be let in. But yeah, quite often we have a chat up in the Facebook group so that people can put their progress in and share it with everybody. We tend to have a thread that I pin to the top of the group so that they're all in one place, and we discuss loads of other stuff as well, but there tends to be a post a day for people to put how they're getting on with their painting or paintings or cards or whatever little bit of crafting / diamond painting that they do throughout the month of June. And there are some days that you may not be able to do it, but if you can try and give yourself another day where you might do a little bit more so you can catch up, or you could do a little bit in advance. I have a video going up each and every day throughout the month of June where I do my diamond painting and chat to you guys and answer your questions and read your comments and all the rest. So, but there are some days that I'm busy on a particular day, so I tend to do them in advance so that of course the video can still go up. So yeah, don't feel like it has to be, you know, life on hold for everything, but if you can try and squeeze in that time, you deserve that time out of your whole month, to have some time for yourself, even if it is just a little bit of time squeezed in whenever you can to do your hobby. Okay, I've got 3 more. I kind of feel like this set hasn't been as bad as the last one. Or maybe it's just because when I did the first one, I knew I had another 2 to go. And it made it a little bit more frustrating or whether I've just got my rhythm down a little bit more now, with making sure that I put the dryer sheet in the bag beforehand. And I probably have lost a few diamonds on the floor of my craft room, but that's okay, because I've always had plenty of diamonds left from these kits. I've never had a problem with the diamonds from these. So I have 2 more. Oh look, I finish on a lime green. Colour DMC 907. I'm loving the lime green at the moment. And I get to finish on it. I don't know what it is, I just love it when a diamond painting has lime green in it. But the diamond paintings that I get the most enjoyment out of doing are often the ones with a lot of colour in them. I enjoy the others, but I don't know what it is. There's just something about the painting coming to life full of colour that just makes me smile. And I get it more so with the likes of ones that have lime green in. I think it's because I've realised, especially doing the Diamond Art Club Mother Earth, which was the a large painting I did recently. I think I really enjoyed doing that one. I didn't feel like it took me ages, and I think it was the colour. So I bear that in mind now when I pick any other ones that I want to do. Right, so flowers, I've only got 2 extras, but I'm going to put those with space, but I have a few, and I'm going to go and that is those 2 done. I don't need that tray anymore. I have a separate box for the last one, so let me go and get the diamonds out of the freezer. Okay, can diamonds freeze? Let's find out. They've been in there for over 24 hours. I don't know whether it's going to make an iota of difference. Turn it around so I can actually see the numbers, to whether they're going to give me static problems, but I guess we'll find out. So what I've decided to do for the final set is the famous art edition, because I think that's a bit different. So I have another 2 sets. This one's got 30 colours. So I have another, I unboxed 6 sets the other day. So I have the other National Parks set, is one of the ones I've got. My trimmer blade is getting a little bit blunt. Oh, don't be catching on stuff. Okay, let's try it that way. I don't know if I've got another. I don't know if I've got another blade. Yeah, of the other sets that I've got, another one is the National Park set, of which I have done one of those already. It wasn't done as Whip and Chats, but I have personally done it already. So, and then the other ones are only a set of 6 rather than 10 or 12, which when I would have had to kit up both of them to be able to have enough for the June waffle. This one has 10, so we have 10 pieces in this. But these are full images rather than partial, and they're not square, they're rectangle. So, okay. So this one, I want to stick this on the front. so that I know this is the container with the diamonds in. Then I do want to cut this halfway, and I didn't do it beforehand. So we'll cut it at 310, which is I. Just to check that's the right length. It is. Are these in alphabetical order? No, they're not. Oh well. And then cut off the tops of these. Let's see how right I can get the alphabetical order for these ones. Oh, and that was just enough, and my cartridge has run out. Now I've got to remember, how do I get this out? I just pull. So I have a repositionable, another cartridge. I'm going to stick with the removable. I do have a cartridge for permanent, but I'm going to stick with the repositionable for now because I happen to have two of those. And then, is it that way? It is. And that's it. That's it done. That's the replacement cartridge slotted in. And luckily, it did get me to the top of there. It could have gone very bad if it had finished halfway through. Okay, so let's do these two first. So when I rub it off, all the tiny dots that haven't stuck to the back of my piece of paper are all on this plastic top coating, and the other ones are on the back of my paper, and I have a sticker. So I'm just going to cut through, but not all the way through. In fact, let me start from this end, it's much easier, so that I can peel these off a little bit easier. And try, and again, pay attention, be awake enough and pay attention so that they're actually in order. And the DMC numbers match up to the symbols. If you're unsure, you could always make a sticker. I have before, on previous cases that I've used, made the sticker like I did on the first one before I realised it wasn't going to work, and actually been able to put the whole sticker on. But it doesn't seem to work with these containers. The sticker's too long. So we've got A, and that is the third one down, fourth one down, sorry, 3 and then that one. That's what my brain's telling me. 3 and then that sticker. Then we've got B, which is the one after next. That's not on straight. Then we've got C. C, which is the one underneath. Then D. And that is miss one and then the one underneath, and I can always line them back up again just to check that I've taken all the right stickers off. Then we want E, which is the one underneath, E, F. Well, paper doesn't freeze anyway. F. Not that I think any of them will actually freeze. I'm just kind of hoping that leaving them in there longer has helped with the static. Because they're not going to freeze, so they have just sat there all night. G, H, H, then we want I, is 310. So we do have a few more muted colours in this one, but we do still have some pretty exciting colours. I will get the canvases out in a bit. HIJ is still on this one. J, which is that one. K, which is that one. L, which is the one in the middle. Right, what I might do now, because there is only 2 left on this sheet, is I'm going to put those to the side and do them in alphabet order, so I don't make the same mistake I did last time. So let's sticker these ones. Come on. Oh, that one nearly went off the side as well. It's the only thing if they don't go in straight. Oh, and I didn't cut the bottom off. No point in making a sticker out of that. If they don't go in straight, then sometimes, especially when you're running a long strip through it rather than something small, you can end up with it going off the end of the sticker paper and not actually getting sticky. In fact, with that one, I've managed to fold it and try and redirect it halfway down. Okay, so again, I'm just going to cut through, but not all the way through, so that it doesn't come off the paper, because I want to be able to keep hold of some control of the stickers and not have them all as just little individual pieces. Trying to make life easier for myself. We can but try. And then cut up my letters and numbers in the same way. We don't have 2 W's on this one. I've only had the odd one that's had 2 W's, but not all of them. That one's cut at a little bit of a weird angle. Oh, and then I forgot to cut the bottom off that one as well. Okay. I think we actually go down in alphabet order on this one. That'll be easier. So we have M, then N. And this is how all my other kits have been. Pretty sure all my other kits were in order, top to bottom. It must be something to do with the way it was designed. O, then P. I will also make sure that there is a link in the description if you do want to pick up any of these kits. I can't guarantee they'll be here for June, but they're still fun to do anyway, because I'm sure that I will be doing the other ones of them extremely soon. I'll probably kit them up in the next week or 2, do the videos of them, but then of course post the videos in July. I try to still get a few extra videos done throughout the month of June, so that after doing a whip and waffle every day, I can sometimes then take a couple of days of not doing a video, or doing less videos at a weekend when I prep them. I can often do a few less videos because I get some done throughout June while I'm doing waffles. It can just make life a little bit more relaxed after the busyness of doing the videos. Oh, hang on. UVW. Yeah, I needed to put W in there. It's getting ahead of myself. Okay, while I've put those there and they're in order of this, let's put these numbers on. I was looking at the sticker sheet then and thinking I don't need an extra container for this one, and then I was like, why don't I? I should do. And it's because I was getting ahead of myself. So that's the X, and then I'll go back and slip in the W. And the top one, W, X, and then I want Y. Y. And then Z. Let's get that one in there. Then I can go back to doing them in a line. Get my extra tub and get these ones finished off. So I want 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I do have an extra strip for each of them. But that's okay. Because as I say, these will sit on the side in my craft room anyway. So it's not going to be too much of a problem to keep the containers together. And I have put a sticker on each one. So let me grab my stickers for this one. And I'm just going to call this one Art. And pop that on the end to say this is the extra container for the art paintings. Okay, let's see what this is like now. So 3, 7, 5, 5. Have we eliminated static? No, not really. No, not at all. Okay, freezer trick doesn't work, people. It has been in there for 24 hours and it has not let up with the static. So your best bet is dryer sheets. If you've got any of these kits, and this is what I will need to do with the other ones that I've got, if I don't end up kitting them up super quick before I remember to do it, is I need to pop some dryer sheet in each and every bag that the diamonds come in, and hopefully that will help to calm them down before I kit it up. So do it as sort of a little bit of prep work before kitting up, is to just pop a dryer sheet in each and every bag. And hopefully the dryer sheet will do a little bit of magic in between. Otherwise, I'll just kit it up the same way I've kit these up. I will just make sure that I have a bigger piece of dryer sheet to pop in the bag before I try and tip them into the pot, and pop a little bit of a dryer sheet in each pot. And I'll do it that way. Where there is a will, there is a way. Okay, 3, 3, 6. Oh, it is there. I looked at that blue one as well, and I just did not see the number on it. I looked straight through it. It's because I'm going to be very happy bunny once these are all kitted up and ready for June. Ready for the fun part of diamond painting. Though kitting up can be fun, static takes away that fun a little bit, especially when I'm doing 3 at once. If it's just one of them, it's tolerable. When it's 3, not as much. I'm a little bit over it. And I bet you guys watching are over it as well, if you haven't already left the video. So if you're still here, thank you ever so much for still being here. I appreciate it, and that I have endured the static for a reason, because some of you guys are still watching and still listening to me struggle and pat down diamonds with a dryer sheet in a baggie so that they will go into the pot. Maybe I should have just kept them in bags. Maybe I should have just worked from bags for this one. I don't think I got enough static out of those. They're jumping at me. They are jumping. Can I get them back in? This is a set of 3 paintings. I will be happy when they are done. When it is kitted up, I will be a happy bunny. Because I didn't really have any problems when it came to de-kitting my other paintings. And I don't even know that I had this much static in all the bags of my last lot. Maybe it's the season that these ones were created in. I think the weather does have something to do with the static being created in the first place, i.e. in the factory when they're made. So I'm guessing it's the season for it. And that's why it is affecting the diamonds in every kit that I've done. And multiple packs of diamonds in every kit that I've done. It's the season for static. Or it was when they were made. Oh, that didn't help. Should have tipped the rest of the diamonds out before I tried to flick out the ones out the top. Come on. I'm at the point where I think if they're not going to come out of a corner, I'm going to stop fighting for them, because I know I get loads of extras. I just want to get this done now. Get this finished. And I've just noticed my battery is flashing, so it's probably going to cut me off mid-sentence. But let's see how far we can get. I've said the word now, so it's probably going to stop rather soon. Oh, that one's not bad. Oh, I'll take that one. Woohoo! That one was a winner. Right, 310. Oh, we've got a bigger bag of this one. So let's not fight with the ones that are static. Let's just put that piece in there. Let that do its thing. This plastic bag has thawed out a little bit. So the battery went as I was writing. So I've titled that one with art. Let's pop that 310 in there. That was the last piece. Let's cut off another section. In fact, let's cut off 2 for putting in the bags. Okay, 5, 4, 3. What's that one like? No, we've definitely got it in there. When I open the bag, I can tell if diamonds hang about on the sides as to whether there's static in the bag. Yet on others, the diamonds will just all fall down to the bottom because there's no static making them hang about. So that's the easiest way to tell whether I've got some that are going to give me problems or not. I'm just got a couple that were stuck around where it needs to close. And I'm not fighting that one out the bag. Okay, 162 is there. So if you can see the bag, it's all flat, it's been flattened out. But when I open the bag and let air into it, I've got a load that is still sticking to the side of the bag and jumping about. So that tells me we have a static issue with these diamonds. So I'm going to pop in the dryer sheet. And while I still end up having some with static, now when I get hold of the bag, they're all sitting in the bottom. Because the static, or most of the static, has been told to vamoose by the dryer sheet, but not all of it, because I can't always get all of the diamonds. In this case, there was still quite a few. Are you going to get out? No. Okay, stay in. And then I'm just wetting my finger to get these diamonds that want to continue jumping. So I've done the ones from around the side of the box first, and then I'll pick the ones up from my desk and drop them in on the top. Quite a full one, this one. Should still be enough room for them all though. But it's amazing how much mess they can make, especially when I flick the bag too early or too hard. Oh, one stuck on the side, get in. Okay, 3325, there you are. Oh, got one that got away, it's not going in now. It's too late now. It had its chance to become a diamond on a beautiful painting, and it's lost its chance because it didn't go where I told it to. It's a shame for the poor diamonds. Right, come on. Ah, nearly there. Get in there. Get this one done, and it's sort of, am I halfway? Just over halfway. Definitely hit the halfway mark on that one. Oh, these don't seem so bad. Come on, let's have a bit of speed now. Let's have some diamonds that have responded to the freezer or didn't have static in the first place. I don't know which, but I'll take it. I'll take any diamonds that would like to come out of the bag willingly. Oh, 2 in a row. See how much quicker it is? This video would have been nowhere near as long. Okay, 677. There's a little bit of static in these. I could see a few of them jump in, but not loads. Oh. Okay, 3046. Come on, let's keep it going. See if we can get a full strip. No, we can't. I can see these jumping about on the bag already, so I know they're going to give me more hassle. They're not as bad as some of the others have been, but they would definitely still jump in. And there's still some in the corner there. There's a series of them that are just sticking to the side of the bag. So let's see if I can get those. Getting them sticking to the side of the pot. I suppose 3 out of 4's not bad. I'll take 3 winning bags of diamonds. I'll take any winning bags of diamonds. Woohoo! Halfway or over halfway. Let's go. Final one. Final hurdle. This one has a lot of static. It's got a small amount of diamonds and they're pulling their way all the way up the bag. And some of these that haven't had static or have had very little static weren't even in a particular place when I put them in the freezer. So it's not like they were ones that were on the outside and could benefit from the cold. So I really don't think the freezer works. My freezer shall not be used for diamonds anymore. It shall be used for chips, etc. For food, chips and ice cream, and the occasional set of chicken nuggets tends to be what's in our freezer. It's the snack food that the kids want. When they want something that's a bit more than a snack, more like a meal, but not a meal. You know, it's not meal times. And then ice cream, because it's ice cream. Okay, 973. Oh, definitely got static in this one. I'm actually thinking of using a fresh piece of a dryer sheet. It's got that much. I reckon this is going to be the colour that's in that piece of modern art in the art collection. Or at least I think it's, I mean, I don't think it's necessarily modern art, but it's definitely more modern looking. Oh, it's not all going to fit in though. So let's pop that more used piece of dryer sheet in there to finish off the rest. Pop them in there. Okay, 972. Yeah, we've still got static. Oh, I was holding out hope for a few more to not have static problems, but they do. At least my craft room smells of nice flowers though. Smells of springtime. Every time I walk in, I'm like, oh, what's that smell? Oh, yeah, dryer sheets. I think that's why people say you should put dryer sheets behind your radiators. More so in winter, because then the smell will get warm, the dryer sheet will warm up and it release more of the smell. And get your house smelling fresh. Okay, 740. Oh, are we going to play nice? Ish. Let's give, no, okay. That was a bad idea. I tried tipping that lot out because it looked like it was going to play nice. And what they did was they just jumped straight out of the bag, past the plastic box and all over my desk. That wasn't even me overshooting tipping them out. It was them jumping as they came out. So give that a shake in with that sheet. Then we have red. That one is definitely jumpy. You can see them all jumping up the bag as soon as it gets opened. There's still some in there, they're jumpy. Oh, that dryer sheet didn't seem to do much for them at all. See if I can get the last few out. Sometimes most of the battle is getting them out of this bag. Ideally, I want to get them in the pot. But if they're not going in the pot, I just want to get them out the bag. Or at least most of them out the bag. Because then I can pick them up with a damp finger and that actually stops them being staticky anyway. which is why I think the freezer is supposed to work. But I even had them in the quick freeze section of the freezer. So they were definitely as cold as they were going to get, and it hasn't made any difference. Okay, what's 5200 like? Awful. Absolutely awful. They're jumping all the way up the bag. And give them all a good shuffle. Give them chance. And now they're no longer jumping up the side of the bag. The question is whether the few that I haven't been able to get are still going to stick in the bottom corner. But this bag actually isn't, partly because of the dryer sheet, which tends to take up a little bit of room. They're not all going to fit in anyway, so we can stop fighting with that one. Right, 413. Oh, there's another escapee diamond. You've missed your chance to look pretty, diamond. You're a goner. We have a grey that is trying to look like there's more diamonds in here than there is by jumping up the bag. And then we've got some that have just jumped onto my finger anyway. So I just paused the video then because I heard a tap on the door, and I thought quite often sometimes if somebody in the house needs to tell me something, they just tap on the glass lightly so I can then pause the video. So yeah, but it was the dog. It was the dog jumping up at the door because she wanted to say hello. So I've now said hello to Luna, and let's see if I can get this finished. So 3799. Be nice to me. No. It's not jumping up as much as some of the others, but it is still jumping up. So let's see if we can calm them down a little bit. I feel like I should get down to count down now how many diamond packets that I've got left. It's getting that close. Okay, 5. Packet number 5. Dryer sheet. Dryer sheet extracted. Diamonds, play the game. You can tell I've been at this kitting up too long now, because I get it silly. Okay, 3053. Play nice. Nope, you're not gonna. I'm just going to use the dryer sheet in an attempt to save me ending up with a load all over my desk. It may or may not work, but I can try. Right, most of you need to get out, and if anybody else is staying, then they can go. Made a full line down the desk. That was 4. Okay, 3. Does anybody else get reminded of Sesame Street when you say 3? 3. See? Getting silly now. Been doing this for too long. I could have finished a diamond painting or 2 or 3. At least of the small ones, in the time it's taken me to kit up. Last one. Are you coming out or are you going in the bin? Okay. 2 left. Let's pop in these smaller pieces. 319. Have we got static? Yeah, we do. Hopefully it won't be too bad because there's only a few. Let's see. Last couple, come on. Okay, you can stay in the bag. 890. Last one. And it's still got static. I was kind of hoping, because the other ones that did really well were green, I was kind of hoping that I'd have another green that was, but no. This one's probably going to give me the most hassle out of them all. Because why not? It's the last one. Woohoo! Okay, diamonds are all in pots. I'm just going to pop those little squares in with the dryer sheets, which do then go in a bag. I was very kindly sent these by a subscriber and they put them in a bag, and it is probably should be a tip and trick that I do, because it helps to keep the smell in. So while my craft room has smelt of beautiful spring flowers while I've been pinning these up, which has been great, I don't want all the smell going out of them all before I get to use them. Okay, we have 3 sets kitted up. Let me sort out the paintings for the last set. So these are the modern art, and they're actually in both directions. So there are some that are portrait and some that are landscape. Let's see if I can see the lighting. The grey line, it's a little bit darker on these ones. We have some that go both ways. So those 2 are portrait. This one is actually landscape. And I know you can see it as being either way, but the symbols on it are actually that way, not that way. So they do turn the symbols around at the same time, so you know which way the painting goes. So that one, all the symbols are facing for you to actually do it that way. And it's the same with all the ones that are landscape. Where's my grey line? There it is. Screamer. I know the names of a few of these, but not them all. If I remember, I will try and have tabs open for the mini sets, because they do tell you the names of them. Though, if you do have a look at the new dogs one of the names that they've used, or the way they've spelt one of the names, is a little bit entertaining. Okay, I now have 3 different sets. So I have some full shaped, they're all square paintings, but I have a square shaped painting, I have a rectangle shaped painting, and then I also have some partials, which, as you can see, the partials are actually bigger than this one, though they will all still fit in the same size frame. It's just how much of a border you potentially have. So I'm going to get a member of the household to mix these up, and I will just start from the top of the pile, and depending on which one it is will depend on which set of diamonds I pull out, and in turn then which painting I do. I have my extras all labelled up So if I do need to top them up, I can do. So I hope you'll join me for June Waffle. Thank you so much for your patience throughout this video. Thank me for my patience throughout this whole video. Well, we got it kitted up, but they've all got a piece of dryer sheet now, so they should calm themselves down over time. And while I get to kit up the painting, etc. Sorry, not get to kit up. When I get to do the paintings, and by the time it comes to putting the diamonds away, they should have got rid of all their static. So de-kitting might be quicker than kitting it up for a change. Because I think de-kitting tends to take me longer. I don't know whether I've tested that one. Maybe I should have a look at my videos and see which does take me longer, but I have at least 30. In fact, I think I have 32 because the flowers do have 2 extra designs. So maybe if I finish one really quickly, or if I've got a bit more time, maybe I'll throw in a bonus one. Maybe I'll just do a couple at the end. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how the June Waffle goes as to which way I'll do it. But they're kitted up. They're ready. I hope you guys are ready to join me while I do a little painting a day throughout the month of June, and you guys work on your painting each day if you can. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll speak to you all again soon.